Welcome to the Family First Retirement Podcast with George Politarhos. For more information, visit betrayawealth.com. Now, let's get to the show.
George, I got made fun of this weekend, and I think I know, right?
Not hard.
I think I'm in the right. So we were on vacation with some friends. We stopped by Chick-fil-A on the way out, had leftover biscuit, and I put it in the fridge in the condo. I got up the next morning and heated it back up. And buddies were like, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I had leftover biscuits." Like, it's 24 hours old. I was like, "Yeah, but it's been in the fridge. It's fine." "Mark, you can afford another chicken biscuit. There's a restaurant down in the lobby." I'm like, "No, but there's nothing wrong with this." It's like, "Mark, you're a grown man with a real adult job. You can go afford." So, George, it's almost like they're making fun of me for having that broke mentality. Is that a good or a bad thing?
I think it's a great thing, kind of, that you have that mentality. My job is to sit there, because I'm the same way. I love leftovers, heating it back up the next day. But it's okay to do that. But my job here at Betraya Wealth Group, my team's job here at Betraya Wealth, is to give you the opportunity that if you wanted to keep doing that, because I like the way it tastes the next day personally, folks, you don't have to do that because you were set up to be able to spend your money the way you choose to spend your money. That's what a plan does for you, Mark. Now, the biscuit, I'll be honest with you, I love Chick-fil-A. God, I love Chick-fil-A. But especially the peach milkshakes coming up. Oh, God help us. But I don't know if I'd be having just that for breakfast, and I can't believe you had that only for breakfast.
Right. No, I had a mimosa to go with it.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
It's on vacation. Your goal is to help us move away from that broke mentality so that once we retire, we have secured income so that it's not really even something we have to think about.
Yes and no. I keep saying that because it's not about what I want. It's about what you want to do. And those muscle memories we talked about last week, about muscle memory, some muscle memories are hard to break. All my job is to make sure you get to do what you want, when you want, how you want, and whenever the heck you want to do it. And making sure that if you decide to stop having the biscuit, in our example, and start buying another breakfast, that you have the resources to be able to live your life the way you want to. That's what our job here is at Betraya Wealth. Some things, Mark, are never going to change. I guarantee you in 10 years from now, you're going to be driving, stopping at Chick-fil-A. You're going to have that biscuit, you're going to heat up the next morning too, because it's what you want to do.
Yes, sir.
And that's what this is about. Life is too damn short to be put into a corral told what to do. I want you to be set up to do what you want, how you want, and when you want. Because at the end of the day, the money you have, folks, it's your money. It's your choices and it's your decisions. Our job at Betraya Wealth Group are to help you move forward and make the right choices. We're going to talk about your income, how much money you have coming in now, how much money we're going to replace in retirement, and where's that money going to come from in retirement to replace it. My job is to show you about your expenses, talk about what we're spending money on now, what we think we're going to spend money on in the future, how we're going to prepare for it. We're going to talk to you about Social Security, planning for it. When's the right time to turn on Social Security, how to invest the extra money we have in Social Security, and about making sure that if you're like most of us, the concern we have is running out of money, and my job is to protect what you have to make sure you continue to go forward. We're going to go over Medicare, long-term care. Taxes are a huge issue with me, and we're going to be proactive in that category. When you meet myself, you work with Angie, Achilles, Jared, our job is to properly plan for your tomorrow. Because you need to make sure that, when we talk about retirement plan, Mark, obviously, we want to have safety, right? We have to have income. So where's the money going to come from retirement? I'm going to pull Social Security. That's great. Maybe you're lucky enough to have a pension. Fantastic. That's going to come in. But we need to know where the rest of the money is going to come from, right? We're going to talk about having protection against the craziness of the world. Right now, you watch what's going on in the world. It's, if I say it's, to me, I find it scary at times.
Yeah.
The world's going to hell in a handbag.
Yep.
It's kind of like, I had a friend tell me that, remember the movie Lion King, Mark? I know you did with your daughter.
Oh, yeah.
And when the king got killed by his brother, remember how beautiful the Gracelands were, the Promised Lands?
The Pride Land?
Pride Land, thank you. And then when the king got killed by his brother, how it got dark and scary. Mm-hmm. That's what the world looks like today. Yep. What a difference in time, how we gone. So I want to have some protection against that. But you still need to have growth. You still need to take some risk in retirement. You still need to get bigger and stronger so that when the world gets better, we can start pulling money out of that growth funds we have, right? Because we can start pulling off the top, the gains. But if it keeps going down the way it is, we have our safe money choices where we're being protected, and we pull money out of those annuities or those other investable assets that we have sitting here to give you what you want. I always say it's about peace of mind. And Mark, you talked about going down on the trip and having the biscuit the next day.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm not happy or I'm worried, I'm wandering the house, and me and the dogs are having dinner, leftovers, at 3 o'clock in the morning because I'm so concerned about X, Y, and Z. My job is to take away those concerns out of your mind and know that you're moving forward in the right direction.
Amen.
Give us a call at 302-330-2166 or go to Patria, P-A-T-R-I-A, wealth.com. If you've saved $200,000 plus, that's really the sweet spot for us to start working and giving you the best opportunities to plan properly for tomorrow. Give us a call, 302-330-2166, and let's see how the Family First Retirement Plan can work for you and help you be in the right place.
Whether you want to have those leftovers for breakfast or maybe caviar and eggs for breakfast, we want to make that an opportunity. That's your decision, and it's something you don't have to worry about in retirement. How do we get you there? It begins with a phone call, 302-330-2166. And let me tell you again, you will talk to George Politarhos today. One of our team members are standing by, get a couple of pieces of information, and then you'll have this conversation with George to set up that consultation. And if you've saved at least $200,000 for your retirement, that initial in-office conversation, no cost, no obligation. You can always get more when you visit PetraeaWealth.com. Another great opportunity for some income in retirement is with an annuity. A new ACFS study found that adults know more about Medicare, life insurance, Social Security, and long-term care than they do about annuities. I mean, to be honest, that's interesting because I'm starting to learn that a lot of people don't know much about Medicare and Social Security. So to find out they know less about annuities is pretty shocking. Only 10% of adults have an annuity, but they could be a great opportunity for guaranteed income in retirement. Why are more adults not taking advantage of this?
I think it's a problem that they think it's their dad's annuity, like their dad's Chevrolet. And we just heard from Angie, and we found out that really there's so much about Medicare we don't know. People had a hard time, and yet they know less about annuities. And that's a problem. Annuities, if you think about it, is what Social Security is, right? Social Security is an annuity, a lifetime payment. If you have a pension, folks, well, that's an annuity. And if you're a federal employee, you don't think about this. When you're ready to retire, they do not call you a retiree. They do not call you an ex-employee. They call you an annuitant because you're getting a lifetime payment from the government in that situation to go forward. And it's concerning and confusing, Mark, because there are a lot of words about annuities and phrases that they use for annuities that people don't understand. Mm-hmm. There's really 4 types of annuities that you'll talk about. You'll hear variable annuities. You'll hear a deferred annuity. You'll hear immediate annuity. And you hear a fixed indexed annuity. I work with the last 3, mostly the last one. Let's talk about the first one, the variable annuity. What is it? Well, by definition, variable is just that. It can go up and go down. You can have risk with an annuity. So you could lose part of all your investment, folks, with a variable annuity. And the thing that people don't think about is there is a huge fee associated with variable annuities, anywhere between 2.5% and 7%. So the market goes up, your investment goes up, great, pay me my money. Your investment goes down, great, pay me my money. There's fees involved, and it does cost you funds and possibly have risk involved with that. Mm-hmm. The immediate annuity and deferred annuity are pretty much the same animal. It's a guaranteed income stream for the rest of your life. Immediate within 12 months, deferred 13 months and beyond. And they have a place for people. Sometimes we use those because they fit the situation for that customer correctly. The only thing I look at is once I turn on that income from that deferred or immediate annuity, it is no longer your funds. You'll get a guaranteed amount for the rest of your life, but it's not your money. That if I call and say, Alex or Jared, for example, my boys, have a situation, we need a new roof on our house, Dad, and I call my deferred annuity that I'm taking income from, and I say, I need an extra $10,000 this month to do X. Mm-hmm. The response is, well, I'm really sorry to hear that your check for $152 will be there on the 1st. So you lose control of your funds. Nothing wrong with it. Sometimes it fits our need. what we want to do, what we need to do, and that's a great thing. But then you have those fixed index annuities. And what they do, and that's preferably, I enjoy fixed index annuities because it gives me so much flexibility for my customers and how we can make this work. Because we'll set an income stream up, but we'll manage the income stream. And when we do that, we never lose control of the funds. That's important to me. We said earlier, whose money are we talking about, folks? Mark, whose money am I talking about?
You're talking about your money.
Your money.
It's your money.
Your choices. Your decisions. I am that kind of person. I want control of my money. I want to know what it's doing, how I can use it, and if I want to go and put a roof on my son's house, or I want to take Leslie on a trip to Greece, I can pull it out of here at any time to use that to fund what I want to do. They don't, the ones that I work with, don't have fees or charges involved with them. And we're looking at a rate of return that's always going to be in a positive because you can never lose a cent of money.
Right.
And when I say always in a positive, if the market goes up 10, 15%, we're going to share in that upside growth. But when the market goes down, you're never going to lose a cent. You never go backwards. And today's world, that's a great feeling. Now, does all your money go into annuity, Mark? What do you think?
No.
No.
And you shouldn't.
No. It's diversification. I need still have money in managed funds. I need some risk, right? We just talked about how I need this money to get bigger at times. But when the markets take corrections, when the world goes to heck in a handbag, I need my safety net. I need that area where I know nothing, no matter what happens, I'll ever lose money out of these accounts. And when the markets go down, you don't pull money from those dropping markets. Just imagine you're in the water and you're drowning and someone throws a rock to you to help you get out of the water.
Ain't going to do much.
No, it's going to sink you further. Mm-hmm. That's when you pull money out of the annuity. And then when the markets, the managed funds that we manage for you here at Portrayal Wealth are increasing, guess what? That's when we start pulling money out of them and we stop taking money out of the annuity. It's about having options. Optionation is a huge phrase because it gives you the option to do what you want, when you want, and how you want to. Mm-hmm. When you call us at 302-330-2166, we'll schedule your no-cost, no-obligation meeting to come in and to get the Family First Retirement Plan to help you plan for tomorrow, to have a written plan. How about that? Hey, Mark, you just went away. You had that biscuit the day after.
Yep.
How much did you all plan for that trip?
We've been planning for this trip for over 3 months now.
Over 3 months?
Least, yeah. And it was a 2-day trip, too. This wasn't like a week-long vacation.
How scary is that?
I know, right?
And Gretchen probably had everything planned out.
Yeah, 100%, yeah. Yeah, she's the organizer of the group.
And that's why most people are. Leslie and I are like that. Well, Leslie's like that. But that's what we do. But I find it funny you plan that much for a 2-day trip, a week trip, 2 weeks trip, and yet we aren't that diligent planning for a lifetime event, like 30 years of retirement?
Yeah, what is that old saying? That's a fact. Like, that is a true statistic.
Absolutely.
That most American adults spend more time planning a trip to Disney with their grandkids than they do planning their own retirement.
That's a little backwards, don't you think?
Fascinating.
I just don't understand how that's going to work for us, because at the end of the day, that trip is a temporary satisfaction.
Sure.
I want to make sure that I'm ready for the lifetime satisfaction. I want to know where we're going to go, how we're going to go. And when those obstacles come in our way, and obstacles always happen to us, we think we live in a perfect world. Every day is going to be San Diego type weather where it's 82 degrees, sunny, bright, never a cloud.
Sunshine, unicorns, and no bills.
Guess what? It doesn't happen that way. We know this. Let us help you plan for your retirement. Let us take, and maybe the reason, folks, that you don't plan so hard for retirement is, God, it's really hard. It's confusing. There's a lot of things out there. I hear X, I hear Y, I hear Z. I'll just take care of it tomorrow. The ostrich mentality. Mm-hmm. I'm going to take the gray out of your retirement. I'm going to make it very black and white for you. And the gray is those obstacles that are in your way, the roadblocks that you look at when you're trying to travel. Do I turn on Social Security now, or do I wait till I'm my full retirement age, or do I go beyond? Do I take a survivor benefit out of my pension? I don't know. Do I do an annuity? Do I put all my money in the market and see what happens? That's not what we are here for. We're here to help guide you and to give you a holistic plan about how you're going to be protected going forward, how you're going to have growth in the funds that you have earmarked for retirement, along with safety and protection, and where our income Income in retirement is where we're going to pull from. What bucket are we going to pull to fill your wants, needs, and desires? If you've saved $200,000 plus for your retirement, if you've put aside money in your 401k, in managed funds, in CD, savings, TSP, 403b, anything earmarked, folks, for retirement, you're the person we want to start talking to. You're the group that we can actually start working a plan into. Maybe a Roth conversion. Maybe we start doing long-term care. When's the best time to take Medicare? Do I take a supplement? That gives us opportunities to help you get the plan in place that fits for you. It's not about the Smiths and the Joneses, unless your name's Smith and Jones. It's about you and your retirement and how we're going to make it work for you.
Yep.
Call me at 302-330-2166. 302-330-2166, or go to Patria, P-A-T-R-I-A, wealth.com, and let's schedule that no-cost, no-obligation meeting. Come into the office here at 501 Silverside Road in Wilmington. Meet the team. Obviously, you'll sit with me and talk. Meet Angie, meet Jared, meet Achilles, meet Ernie. Let's start planning. Let's be proactive about our tomorrow. Get rid of the ostrich mentality and take that step to move forward, because this is your retirement we're talking about. And whether your dreams about retirement are playing golf every day, traveling the country to see your children, or gardening in the backyard, my job and my team's job is to make sure you get to accomplish everything that you want to for the next third of your life.
Insurance and annuities offered through George A. Politarhos, Delaware Insurance License Number 1373121. Annuity guarantees rely on the financial strength and claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. Read your contract for restrictions, limitations, or penalties.